Okay, all right. Okay, let's discuss the role. Let's discuss the rollout of this. Kunwar Shekar Vijendra joining us now. He's Chancellor of the Shobit University. He also works with the Assocham Education Council, of which he's chairman. Vijendra, thank you very much for joining us. Now, let me ask you the obvious question, because there are going to be graduates coming out of your university who are now being told that in the top 500 companies they can get a paid internship and the government will pay for it. Does this sound like a good deal to you?
It sounds a good deal, but numbers looks to me very small, 500 top companies, because a lot of graduates are coming out from the country. And but it is a good initiative, a good start.
Okay, how can an educationist or a person who is setting up or has set up, has worked in the university structure, now guide their students in the direction of these internships, work with the companies so that the opportunities can actually be fructified? Because writing it on piece of paper versus actually implementing it is completely different phenomenon, sir.
Actually, internship is not something that after completion of the degree student has to go. Internship starts when the student joins the university. Every day he has to learn, because in a university we teach, and then application part has to happen with the collaboration of the industry. What happens with the internship, that finally whatever has been learned and application had been there either in the laboratories or in short projects and assignments, he has to go there and then he has to practice on that, and he has to work on a specific live project when internship is happening. So I am sure that from all the universities, such initiatives have been taken and it is going to be helpful.
Okay, but what do we do, sir? Because the number one complaint, I am an employer, I have jobs available, but I am struggling with people who are graduating, even knowing the basics. A lot of people, 9 out of 10 people who come and do an interview don't even know what India's GDP is. And one day they want to be journalists discussing the budget. So there is the single biggest complaint of all employers, that the people coming to us lack the skills. So what do we do in the education system, especially in the private sector in which you're involved, to bridge that?
Actually, you know, the relationship between academia and industry is very inorganic at present. I always speak about organic relationship, which should start from day one. What happens when during the stay of the student in the university or institution, industry is nowhere. So we have to come together not only for employment purpose but for empowerment purpose also. And with the industry academia interface, now things are changing, because if I do not know what is required, then definitely that training cannot be imparted.
Okay, can you give us an example, sir? Because I remember when ISB was founded, and it was supposed to be founded and all industry was getting together. There's another Unacademy which has been founded. I'm told that is also trying to bring industry together. How are educationists like you liaising with industries to tailor your curricula so that the people coming out get jobs?
Actually, thanks for this wonderful question. Right from the development of the curriculum, what has to be taught? Industry interface has to be there, and this is there now. Secondly, that after every semester, a student has to go to the industry maybe for a short duration to understand what is the requirement, what I have learned is meaningful for the industry or not. Third, industry people have to come to the university time to time, and they have to spend some time with the students to make them understand what is required, because it is not only experience, it is exposure also, what needs to be shared with them. Third, like at our university, if I talk about, we have a 6-month mandatory internship in the industry right from 2014. 2014 we started it, when there was no such initiative or incentives. So what happens, I understand that industry needs people, but boys and girls, they need exposure, experience sharing and experiential learning. So this interface has to be very frequent, actually on daily basis it has to be. And I am happy that many of the universities now are working in that direction, and change is coming. And you will see in coming years, in the light of national education policy, in the light of this awareness about being in touch, you have to be in touch with industry more and more.
Okay.
This change will come, and this change
Is the
visible.
problem real? Are people coming out of schools and colleges and universities, are they struggling to find jobs? Are they going many months? It might not be your university, you might have anecdotal examples from others, because we are being told that job creation in the country is not happening. What is your experience?
Actually, jobs are there. You also started with this complaint that you have jobs, but you are not finding right people. Actually, this question is not of not having employment, question is of employability. One, you will appreciate that aspirations of the youth are sometimes unrealistic. They do not want to become an intern, they immediately want to become some CEO or CTO. So that realistic approach has to be there. Then like today in budget also the finance minister was talking about agriculture. Agriculture is not only what we see that it is in a rural area, unorganized sector. A lot of jobs are there. Like in our university, if I look at agriculture informatics and agriculture technology we are working on.
Okay.
A lot of things are coming up. A lot of new jobs have been created. Startups are coming. So there are jobs available. Just we have to match the aspirations with the reality.
Okay, all right. Appreciate Mr. Vijender. Thanks for joining us and giving us this perspective. Sumit, now we had this conversation before, during, now after the elections, now during the budget, now after this budget. Because every time we have this conversation in a data dark situation, and a data dark situation means that we don't have accurate job data. The reason we don't have accurate job data because a large percentage of India's economy does not work through EPFO linked setups where we can measure the job data. But the government said, the Prime Minister said in our interview to us that there are reports that are doing analysis of all government projects. If you're building 4 crore houses, if you're building these many thousand kilometers of highways, what is the number of human hours that are being created? And the computation is 50 crore employable human years of jobs have been created. So are we seeing a shortage, or are we just